What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, as we're going to be going over my draft grades for the Bulls 2023 NBA Draft. They only took one pick, and that was Julian Phillips, the wing out of Tennessee. And then they also signed Adama Sanogo, the big man, out of the University of Connecticut, which I'm super excited about. Honestly, I'm more excited about the Sanogo signing than I am over the second-round pick, Julian Phillips, the wing out of Tennessee. But overall, the Bulls, they didn't really do anything. Like, we all kind of came into this draft anticipating maybe a Zach LaVine trade, or maybe even a DeMar Derozen trade, or even maybe an Alex Caruso trade, but the Bulls decided to do nothing, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit. But we'll focus here on Julian Phillips firstly, we'll focus in on Julian Phillips here. But the Bulls took him with the 35th overall pick in the 2023 NBA Draft. And this is what our very own Nick Roloff had to say about him. Julian Phillips, he's a talented athlete who knows how to use his athleticism on the defensive end. He's a very kind of springy defender. He can guard 1 through 4 at the next level, and he reads the ball off the rim extremely well and is a tenacious rebounder. Like, I turned on his highlights right after the Bulls drafted him, and he is just a freak athlete at that kind of forward wing position for the Bulls. But he definitely needs development at that jump shot to kind of consistently be able to shoot the ball at the next level. But his numbers this past year at Tennessee, he averaged just under 9 points a game with 5 rebounds and 1.5 assists. Wasn't the most efficient from the field. He did shoot only 41% from the floor for the Tennessee Volunteers this past year. But again, he is kind of this high upside pick for the Chicago Bulls. But overall, I didn't really understand the pick. Like, the Bulls, they could have taken any type of prospect besides him. Like, you can even went with an Amani Bates type of player. You could even went with a player in the second round that I think could have just had way higher upside than Julian Phillips, but they decided to end up on him, and he just gives me very Dalen Terry vibes, which I think the Bulls are going to have 2 players on the roster that don't really have a ton of NBA experience. But I'll toss it your guys' way. We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. Grade the pick of Julian Phillips being the second round, 35th overall pick in the 2023 NBA Draft for the Chicago Bulls. Give me an A, B, C, D, or F down in the comment section. Love to know what you guys got to say about the Bulls taking Julian Phillips. But this is what Kevin O'Connor had to say about Julian Phillips heading into the NBA Draft. Kevin O'Connor does a great job of kind of breaking down every single prospect. He says, the disruptive defender who will take a charge, make a second effort on block attempts, and hustle in transition to swipe at the ball. Kind of speaks to the tenacity he plays with. He carried on to say, with an excellent size and a long wingspan, he will be able to effectively guard multiple positions, headsy cutter, and slasher who consistently finds openings to attack the basket. But my overall grade with this, I give it a D. The whole thing with the Bulls that frustrates me a lot is pick a freaking direction. Like, either say we're going all in on contending, or we're going all in on kind of tanking a little bit and just retooling this roster. Like, it drives me crazy. Like, the Bulls have been stuck in this NBA purgatory for the past 2 seasons. Like, they're not good enough to get a top pick in the NBA draft, or they're not bad enough to get a top pick in the NBA draft. They're not good enough to compete for NBA championships. And it's starting to kind of seem like the Bulls are their intention is to potentially compete for an NBA championship next season. There was a report that came out that Zach LaVine doesn't want to play for the New York Knicks, which kind of was, and the Knicks were one of the top LaVine trade destinations. And he pretty much came out and said that his camp doesn't believe the Knicks would be a good fit for Zach LaVine. So overall, I give this draft pick a D. Listen, Julian Phillips, he could develop into something, great. But just right now, as we're looking at it at face value, I give this a solid D. He was the 38th overall prospect, according to Roley, the 17th overall wing, according to Nick Roloff here at Chat Sports. And honestly, I was more of a fan of Sanogo. The Bulls signed him to a 2-way deal, the center out of the University of Connecticut, UConn, who won the national championship this past season in college basketball. Listen, I'm a big fan of Sanogo. I think it's going to be a ton of fun to kind of watch him play here in the Summer League, especially for the Bulls. I think that's going to be a ton of fun to watch kind of him play next to Dalen Terry and see how he develops. But we'll break down Sanogo here in a second. But, guys, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Bulls Report here. Any free agency news, rumors, whatever it may be, will be your go-to YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me out. We can all be kind of miserable Bulls fans together because the Bulls, again, don't have any sense of direction of where they're going with this franchise. So hit that subscribe button. Stay in the loop for all Bulls news and rumors. But talking about Adama Sanogo here, I like this pickup. I mean, this is a big-time pickup for the Chicago Bulls. I like this more than the Phillips draft pick at 35th overall. But Rolly Scouting Report, he broke it down. And he says he has an array of moves in the paint, including his go-to baby hook with the right hand. He did that all the time during Big East conference play, especially. I watched a lot of Big East basketball last year, and Sanogo was probably one of my favorite players to watch. He's a strong guy who won't be pushed around on the inside, and he will actually be doing the pushing. Like, he's got kind of he's got those big shoulders, a big frame, and he's actually been kind of working on that jump shot as well. We've seen the mid-range game he pulled out this past season. I'm overall a big fan of Sanogo, and same is Kevin O'Connor. And this is what Kevin O'Connor had to say about Sanogo. He said he shows elite efficiency away from the basket on two-point attempts, whether it's hook shots from the post, floaters, following a Euro step, or little runners in the lane. If his shooting progress continues, his coordinated ball handling will allow him to tack closeouts or even face up from the perimeter. And overall, I love this pickup. Like, this is, you're getting kind of that championship DNA, and you're getting that Big East DNA. Like, we saw the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat have the most Big East players in the NBA, and they made the NBA Finals. I have my Big East bias. I'm an Xavier University graduate, so I think Big East basketball is the way to play hoops kind of at the college level. And even if we've seen it translate to the NBA level with guys like Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart. Like, I think Big East basketball is it's kind of got that winning culture kind of instilled in it. And you know what? Adama Sanogo, he's got that winning culture. Obviously winning a national championship this past season at UConn and just kind of being the dominant force at that kind of center position. I'm excited to see him play for the Bulls. And who knows? I actually think he's going to make this roster. I think he has a good chance of playing. You know, the reports about the Nikola Vucevic possibly re-signing with the Bulls. We'll keep you posted with that as well. But it seems like Vooch could be taking a hometown discount. Obviously, we still have the kind of reports about Andre Drummond and him possibly declining his player option. Could Sanogo potentially be the backup big for the Bulls this next upcoming season? I sure hope so. But UDFAs, they're going to be coming out here any second. We'll have a video for you guys tomorrow, so make sure you guys are subscribed. But what UDFA should the Bulls sign? Besides Adama Sanogo, that's probably one of the bigger ones during kind of this NBA post-draft period here. But let me know, besides Sanogo, what UDFA do you want the Bulls to sign? Let me know down in the comment section. And as always, go Bulls.